For many years in the history of this country, consumers are left to wonder when they are to seek redress or when they feel underserved of a product or service. Our current traditional courts are also not helping to deal with the situation due to the long cases and delays, making consumers reluctant to seek redress when cheated. It is of these and many reasons that the Consumer Protection Agency has set up the Consumer Mediation and Arbitration Center so as to provide as immediate solution to this situation that consumers find themselves in the country under the ADR Act of Ghana 2010, which mandates us to do what we are doing. The CPA, the other agency serving as the mouthpiece of Ghanaian consumers since 2006, received several complaints from consumers with genuine concerns and have helped through mediation in settling most of the disputes to the satisfaction of the consumer, manufacturer, or the service provider, and therefore seems it fit to add professionalism to the process. The Consumer Mediation and Arbitration Center is managed by professionals who are holding, most of them are holding executive masters in alternative dispute resolution, are members of the Ghana National Association of ADR Practitioners, in which we have our president here, and supporting staffs. Complaints can be lodged at the center physically through our OC office or through Facebook or WhatsApp or online, where we have the complaint section. When you go to our website, we have a complaint section where we can fill in and then we do the follow-up. Invitations are delivered to parties and date is scheduled for mediation process to set in. Parties after mediation sign a consent settlement, which is enforceable by any court in Ghana under the ADR Act. Mediation and arbitration takes exactly 1 month, and are all equal. That means what we do is that because we give ourselves a timeline, we don't go beyond it. If anything have to happen for us to go through beyond the timelines, we let the parties know. Fees which are determined by the Ghana National Association of ADR Practitioners have been divided into two to make it more affordable for every Ghanaian consumer above the age of 18 to access. When we go through mediation and arbitration, there are fees that we pay. It's standard. But the Ghana Association of Media Practitioners, our president is saying that, well, since we are a non-governmental organization, we can also work for free. Definitely something have to go, because when we serve you, the dispatch rider have to go and serve parties and all that. So the fees that we are supposed to charge have been slashed. And we are now looking at the filing fee, which is almost about 100 Ghana cedis or so. Therefore, each mediation and arbitration, as per the standard practice, should not cost you more than 200 Ghana cedis for a case to be settled within 1 month. The Consumer Protection Agency Ghana is a non-governmental organization, as you all know, a non-profit organization, which only seeks the interest of consumers to the best satisfaction that we can, especially to the Ghanaian consumer who has a voice, who have no voice in many of the cases that happens. We are therefore appealing to you all to support the CPA in making this a reality for Ghanaian consumers as we wait for the passing of the Consumer Right Bill, which is stuck in Parliament and making the Ghanaian consumer vulnerable to all abuses. So, as I have explained, this is not a court, because in terms of arbitration, we don't even invite lawyers or representatives. The parties themselves come and then they seek redress for themselves. And what they do is that when we have the consent, we put it on paper and it becomes the consent judgment, which can be enforced by any court in this country. So let me say a special welcome to you all.
As Nana said, we're having classmates at the Institute for Paralegal and Leadership Training, IPLS, for Executive Master degree in ADR. To just ask a matter of some few questions, Nana indicated that I'm the former General Secretary of the Maritime and Dock Workers Union, the President of Ghana National Association of ADR Practitioners, and as most of you may know, I'm the Executive Director of an NGO called WACAM. And we have been involved in mining advocacy for a very long time. and doing some of the things Nana and CPA have been doing for consumers. The CEO, management and staff of Consumer Protection Agency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I wish to commend the management and staff of the Consumer Protection Agency for establishing Consumer Complaint, Mediation and Arbitration Center to provide cost-effective, non-adversarial and timely resolution of conflict between consumers and business. Ghana's economy is largely import-oriented, which makes dumping of goods and services very easy, especially in an environment of weak consumer protection, regulation and enforcement. Unfortunately, there's very low consciousness about consumer rights. Consumer awareness, rights and responsibilities are very important in ensuring that consumers take decisions from a position of knowledge in purchasing items that are suitable and fit for purpose. In an environment where consumers do not have accurate and unbiased information about products, there is a tendency for business to be providing misleading information to entice consumers to purchase items that may not serve their purpose. An import dependent economy like ours brings to fore the need for strong consumer protection policies, laws, and regulations that can be useful to hold businesses accountable in their dealings with consumers. The country lacks a national policy which is comprehensive enough to protect consumers and to address conflicts that will arise from the interaction of business and consumers. Businesses must be interested in ensuring that consumers are protected from quacks, so that high reputation of business will become a differentiation factor to promote good businesses to gain increased profitability. Strong consumer protection laws promote good business. An important aspect of the relationship between business and consumers is the issue of a resolution mechanism to address conflicts that arise from the interaction between business and consumers. It has become an acceptable fact that the costs that have for a long time been the means of resolving conflicts are expensive, adversarial, time-consuming, and stressful. The United Nations Guidelines for Consumer Protection states that, and I quote, information on available redress and other dispute resolution procedures should be made available to consumers, unquote. The grand opening ceremony that we are going to witness today of the Consumer Complaint Mediation and Arbitration Center, which we are all part of today. I see it as all of us should be part of this great innovation. It's a fulfillment of a long dream of providing cost-effective, speedy, and non-adversarial opportunity to consumers to seek redress in situations of conflict with business. This is one of the most effective ways to protect the interests of consumers. I wish to congratulate the management of Consumer Protection Agency Ghana for this great foresight. And I want to encourage all of us to advertise and recommend this center to consumers with grievances. I wish Consumer Complaint Mediation Arbitration Center of CPA every success and God blesses. Thank you very much.
Okay. Me chiamu nyina miniama ne mema yeshia wa ene. Na ene enijeda ema consumers e Ghana ha nyina. Nyame ya dom ebie kwan Consumer Protection Agency a mu nyina mu nim se ehyaase enye ne 2006 omapim so bia se ombegina Ghana fo achi, especially in terms of goods and services a ye nyina eyusu na ehun beba chima na afi unya babi emfa uti enko ene no yankopon ayadom ama Consumer Protection Agency ebie office fofra your friend of Consumer Complaint Mediation and Arbitration Center. Na sa mediation center yi eye baby a afei de se okoto ade ana se we use product bi a ofi se wanya ne ye wanya ne pepepe se de wo de osika to ye no ye mra ma wo ho kwan e ma wo ba ye ho na afei na wo be ye complaint na se wo be ye complaint ne ewia ye so ye de sa mra na ADR Act of Ghana 210 edi amayen no yen so ye de ahihye so said ye be ya baby a wo fi say atochima no obenya wade ebi wo ho a wakoto ade na wakoto ye no e ma warranty now so ade no asay e kwan be na wo de be fa so saa nneɛma no anaasɛ ebi mpo wakɔ health care bi wakɔ hospital yɛhwɛ wo no yɛahwɛ wo yie wohwɛ a wotiri mu ntene oba consumer complaint mediation arbitration center yɛbɛtra ho ase yɛatwerɛ ho krataa yɛde akɔma institution korɔ na wɔkɔɔyɛ no na sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a wo nso wobɛnya wahotɔ nti ɛyɛ ɛnɛ yɛ anigye da a yɛde aba yɛde bie saa ade yɛase na sɛdeɛ mekaeɛ no yɛmma ha kɛkɛ yɛbaeɛ no yɛ chairman a wɔgyina anem ɛyɛ Mr. Owusu Kuranten a menene mmienu ɛna yɛyɛ executive master sɛ wɔ ADR mu na papa no nso yɛ obi a wakɔdara mu yie paa ɛwɔ ADR nsɛnsɛn mu ɔno nso no san yɛ president ADR practitioners ɛwɔ Ghana Association of ADR practitioners ɔno yɛ president na adwuma no a yɛdi no yɛwɔ specialist professionals ankasa a yɛne ɔmo di saa adwuma no ɔmo yɛ mediators and arbitrators obi kura no obi bisa me sɛ ba international arbitration ni ade a yɛdi ho dwuma na ne nyinaa so once you bring the complaint ne deɛ ɛne deɛ yɛbɛsom ne ayɛ ama nti yɛka kyerɛ Ghanafoɔ sɛ wokɔtɔ biribi anaasɛ wokɔgye service bi na sɛ wofii sɛ wotiri ma ntere ho a mɛntena fie ɛmfa nhyɛ wo ho sisi a wowɔ baabi a wode bɛkɔ sɛ wode ba consumer protection agency hanko ade a yɛn nso yɛbɛdi akyire ne ayɛ ama wei lawyer asɛm bi anim nyafe na wokɔtua court bi ase bibia nim ɛnoa ne sɛ waba o de fa complaint ne bra ne ebi obetia no fee na obetia no ɛyɛ ade ketewa bi a ɛno no yɛde ma ɔmo kɔ several parties no ɛna yɛde fa car na ɔmo de kɔ yɛngye yɛ obi bɛsɛ yɛngye ɛyi wɔ ha yɛ mɔboɔ ɛma obi ntia wɔ ha nti to adamo because consumer protection agency ɛyɛ non-governmental organization a yɛnye ɛmfa nyɛ mfasoɔ na yɛ deɛ yɛ hɔ sɛ yɛde boa ama Ghana man bia nti madam ase anopa yi sɛ mo baa ya mo so ma betai mo akyi na yenim sɛ mo kɔ yi mo kɔ akɔbɔ dawuro ma Ghanafoɔ nyinaa te sɛ menuanom ɛnɛ sɛ wokɔtɔ biribi anaasɛ sɛ wo use service bi na sɛ wo fee sɛ wo tiri mu antere ho a wowɔ baabi a wode bɛkɔ na ɛno baabi a wode bɛkɔ no ɛyɛ consumer complaint and arbitration center ɔwɔ su a consumer protection agency ahyɛ ato hɔ sɛ yɛmfa mo a Ghana consumers.